Welcome students in our online class for the subject physics for 11th standard. So today we learn about magnitude of resultant vector by using parallelogram method. So in this parallelogram method, so first of all we have seen the two vectors, vector P and vector Q. The two vectors, vector P and vector Q, they are added by using parallelogram method. So the third vector, vector R, is the resultant vector. The vector is resultant vector for vector P and vector Q. So we know that using law of addition of two vector by triangular method. So here we can see that resultant vector R is equal to vector P plus vector Q, or vector Q plus vector P. So this can be possible by join the two sides to form a parallelogram. Here the name of parallelogram will be A, B, C, D, having the two vectors by adjacent sides. In this parallelogram ABCD, side AB gives or represented as vector P and side AD represented as vector Q. But here we have seen in parallelogram side AB is equal to side CD will be vector P and side AD is equal to side BC is vector Q. Here vector P is there and here vector Q is there. And so by using law of addition of two vector by triangle method, so resultant vector will be R. Vector R is equal to vector P plus vector Q, or vector Q plus vector P. But we want to find magnitude of resultant vector by using parallelogram method. Let AC is diagonal of parallelogram, which represents resultant vector. Resultant vector. For finding magnitude, its magnitude, so draw a perpendicular from point C on AD at M. So here we can draw a perpendicular a perpendicular is drawn. Here 90 degree will be there on AD at M. So let angle CAM is equal to angle CAD will be theta. Consider angle CAM or CAD will be theta, and angle CMD is equal to angle CMA will also shows 90 degree. So here the two from figure, two right angle triangles are there, which one is triangle AMC and another is triangle DMC or triangle CMD. In right angle triangle AMC, we know that AC square is equal to AM square plus CM square. But here we can know AM is equal to AD plus DM. So by substitute AD plus DM, so AC square is equal to AD plus DM bracket square plus CM square. If we take a square of bracket, here we can write AC square is equal to AD square plus 2 times AD into DM plus DM square plus CM square. Here DM square plus CM square. So in triangle DMC, DC square is equal to DM square plus CM square. Put the value in above equation. If we can substitute the value in above equation, we can write AC square is equal to AD square plus 2 times AD into DM plus DC square. Suppose this is equation number 1. Can be written as equation number 1. Here, if we substitute the values of sides, like AC represented as vector R square is equal to vector R square is equal to AD represented as vector Q square plus 2 times vector Q into DM plus vector P square. Here we want to find DM. From figure, in right angle triangle, name DMC. Here in right angle triangle DMC, this angle represents theta, means angle CDM is theta. So angle CDM is equal to theta. From the figure we can write sine of theta is equal to Cm upon CD, which is Cm upon vector P. Therefore, we can write Cm is equal to vector P sine of theta. Suppose this is equation number 1 or equation number 2, and cos theta is equal to dm upon CD, which can be written as dm upon vector P. Therefore, dm is equal to vector P cos theta, equation number 3. Here we can use, in equation 1 we can use dm. So using equation 3, equation 1 becomes, equation 1 can write as vector r square, which is equal to vector q square plus 2 times vector q into vector p cos of theta plus vector p square, or which is written as vector r square is equal to vector p square plus 2 times vector p dot vector q cos of theta plus vector q square. By taking square root on both sides, if we take square root on both sides, so we can write as vector r is equal to square root of vector p square plus 2 times vector p vector q cos of theta plus vector q square. This is the resultant vector, but we can find magnitude. So magnitude of resultant vector will be r is equal to square root of p square, r is equal to square root of p square plus q square plus 2pq cos theta, or is equal to square root of p square plus 2pq cos theta plus q square, and this will be represented as magnitude of resultant vector. But we also find out the direction of resultant vector. Direction of resultant vector by using parallelogram method. In this parallelogram method, we can consider the two vectors. See here, vector p and vector q. The two vectors as well as vector r, which represents a resultant vector for vector p and vector q. If we join to form a parallelogram A, B, C, D. In this parallelogram, we can find direction of resultant vector using law of addition of two vector by using triangle method. Therefore, vector r is equal to vector p plus vector q, which is equal to vector q plus vector p, such that side BC is equal to side AD represented as vector q. See here, it can represented as vector q, whereas side AB is equal to side CD is represented as vector P. Here vector P is there. So by using triangle method, so two vectors can added by vector R is equal to vector P plus vector Q is equal to vector Q plus vector P. Let AC represents diagonal of parallelogram A, B, C, D. So, if angle between two vector P and vector Q is theta, and angle CAD is equal to angle DAC is alpha. So alpha represented as direction of a resultant vector. Alpha represented as direction of resultant vector. If we draw a perpendicular from C on AD at M, what happen? See here, a perpendicular is drawn on AD at M. So a right angle triangle is formed. In right angle triangle DMC, such that angle CMD is equal to angle DMC is 90 degree. That is right angle triangle. And angle CDM is equal to angle MCMDC is theta. So if these two angles are given, here angle CAD represents direction, that is alpha. So using in triangle DMC, sine of theta is equal to CM upon DM. Sorry, CM upon CD, which is equal to CM upon vector P. Therefore, we can write as CM is equal to vector P sine of theta, considered as equation 1. It can be considered as equation 1. Similarly, we can see cos theta is equal to dm upon dc, which is dm upon vector P, and therefore dm is equal to vector P cos of theta. This is equation number 2. We can find direction. For finding direction of resultant vector in triangle DMB, in triangle DMC, or in triangle AMC. What happened? Tan of alpha is equal to CM upon AC. Tan of alpha is equal to CM upon AM. But AM is equal to AD plus DM. So therefore, tan alpha is equal to CM upon AD plus DM. Suppose this is equation number 3. If we can using equation 1 and equation 2, equation 3 becomes, so here equation 3 can be written as tan alpha is equal to, from equation 1, CM is vector P sine of theta divided by AD is vector Q plus, from equation 2, vector P cos of theta, and therefore alpha is equal to tan of inverse in bracket vector P sine of theta divided by vector Q plus vector P cos of theta. This equation represented as direction of resultant vector. Using these 2 points, magnitude as well as direction, we can write as, see here, magnitude of resultant vector is r equal to square root of p square plus q square plus 2pq cos of theta, and direction of resultant vector is alpha equal to tan inverse in bracket vector p sin of theta upon vector q plus vector p cos of theta. Using these two equations, we can find out magnitude and direction of a resultant vector by using parallelogram method. So we can see by using parallelogram method, magnitude and direction of resultant vector is calculated.